East. I'm Dante DeGrazia.
And I'm Jordan Atkins, and this is your Wednesday News.
Tomorrow, Thursday at 7:30 is the Clash of the Cougars volleyball game.
Make sure to be there for your juniors and seniors.
We also have a new masked reader. Take your guesses, Cougs.
All right, today I'm going to be reading Clara the Cookie Fairy. Once there were 3 fairy scouts, Clara, Kat, and Jan, who lived on a mountain in a fairy camper van. They sold special cookies of fairy scout tradition to buy the things they needed for their camping expeditions. Clara's wand made cookies, tasty, crisp, and sweet, and Kat's made pretty boxes to keep them nice and neat. Last of all, Jan's wand made a special fairy bow. With every cookie baked and boxed, the friends were good to go. Then one summer's evening, they were driving out to dine when Clara's eye was caught by a giant roadside sign. The sign read, "Mighty Mega Wands make cookies with chocolate chips." Clara said, "I want one now. I can't let this chance slip." Clara picked the biggest wand and stood in line to pay. Her old one looked too boring, so she threw it right away. But Clara wasn't careful and her wand was a little brittle. She whooshed and swooshed it way too much and it snapped right in the middle. The fairies tried to fix the wand with string and tape and glue, but not one thing would make it work. Now what could they do? Kat said, "Only one thing will put us back on track. We must find the fairy garbage truck and get your old wand back." The fairies drove across the land, searching high and low, till Jan saw a junkyard and a meadow down below. "That's the truck," cried Jan, and she gave a little cheer. "Let's fly down and look around. Your wand just might be here." Unwanted wands were everywhere. The place was overrun. Lots looked just like Clara's, so they tried them one by one. The friends spent many hours waving wands around, but not one of them made cookies. Clara's wand could not be found. The fairies were getting worried. Things weren't going well. How would they fund their camping trip if they had no cookies to sell? Then Clara said, "Stop! Look down!" And suddenly it was clear. What the wands had been making was fairy camping gear. There were pots and pans, forks and spoons, kettles and cans, and guitars to play tunes. There were balls and bats, 3 fairy bikes, bright summer hats, and boots for long hikes. "These wands should be used, not thrown away," said Clara with a frown. "But if we put our heads together, we can turn this right around." And in a flash, it came to her, a new fairy scouting venture. They'd move to the meadow and transform the yard, swap and recycling center. Fairies came from far and wide with their wands, unwanted or broken, to swap or make into something new. The center was always open. And then one summer's day, Clara had a huge surprise. She waved the wand a fairy had found, and cookies fell from the skies. "This is my wand," cried Clara, "and it works just as it should. It's not a mighty mega wand, but to me, it's twice as good." Clara learned to care for things and not just throw them away. To swap or recycle, if you can, is always the better way.
Make sure to take your guesses down to the library to get a chance to win a raffle ticket if you are correct.
There's also another chance to get a raffle ticket. If you turn in a book suggestion to the library, you get an additional raffle ticket.
St. Patty's Day coming up soon.
Make sure to get your St. Patty's Day gear tomorrow at lunch, $3 or less.
The International Club will be selling it.
That's your Wednesday news.